Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today, what we are going to be doing is a Yugoslavia themed rebuild. So, exactly how this works is, obviously we can only sign players from the former Yugoslavia, which includes these 6 countries: Croatia, Slovenia, Macedonia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, both Macedonians, just to be specific, and Serbia and Montenegro. So, because I know a lot of people probably don't know which countries were part of Yugoslavia, then of course we need to go and win everything: the Premier League, the Domestic Cup, and the Champions League, obviously. And I've already added I picked Dinamo Zagreb, and I've just added them to the championship because I felt that would be good for their level, the championship, and it'd be pretty fair for their level if they were in the championship. So now, essentially, we have also a 5-season time limit. So a 5-season time limit means we have to do all of this within 5 seasons, which is not very easy, as you could assume. Now, I've already made the transfers. So essentially, what's going on is we've loaned out a couple of players. And I've pretty much cleansed the whole club of people. Oh yeah, also your whole club needs to end up with players from Yugoslavia. That's my one thing I forgot to mention. Essentially, that's also what needs to happen. So I've already cleansed all of them except one Swiss left back. I'll probably get rid of him in winter. But right, we sold these guys, and I've brought in Koraluka, right, 80 rated. He's doing bits at the moment. And then we've also brought in Alexander Kolarov as well. Pretty cheap. I think, yeah, he was 7.9 million, 11.5 million. Wasn't too expensive, I would say. And now, let's see Season 1's results. Alright guys, and Season number 1 here. And it looks like we've got promotion to the Championship. Out of the Championship, we won, okay? We're in first place, and I don't think we took a single L. I mean, if you could look at this, I don't think we took one L in this competition. Okay, we took 2. That was fun. Yeah, no, but other than that, we were pretty good. I'm surprised. Why were Dinamo in like the Europa League or something? I thought they were in the Europa League. I guess they must have kicked us out after I moved. They must have. Whoever I swapped with must be in the Europa League then instead, which is not a good thing. Wait, who did I swap with? Hull City. So Hull City were in the Europa League or Champions League. That's crazy. But now let's look at some of these stats. You can see Petkovic, the striker, 35 goals and 15 assists in 45 matches. That's absolutely ridiculous. You look at Ivan Dusic as well. Mora, Orsic, Hadrovic, Aderni. All of these people were already here. But Kolarov as well. 4 goals, 6 assists. Pretty decent. Koraluka, 3 goals, 2 assists as well. Pretty decent. You can see just how the players played. And of course, you also want to see how well some of our players grew. So, Marine went up by 4. Kulovic went up by 4. Like, look at these players just flying up by 3, 2. Like, yeah, and Viktovic is up by 2. So he's a Premier League quality goalkeeper. And that is it for season number 1. I'll see you in our Premier League season number 2. Alright guys, now the business we've done going into season number 2 is I've been doing a little bit of youth scouting. So, because I realized we don't have many defenders. Of course, some center backs, of course, are leaving the club. But there are some attackers. But there's also, mainly, I was scouting center backs. And then you can see we loaned some players. We brought Handanovic, who's going to come when the window opens. And then we sold just some deadweight. Muva Bonje, however you pronounce his name, the last player who was not from Yugoslavia, so that ticks off one of our objectives. And then you can see we sold just a couple other players just to fund our signings of Bradovic plus Kolarov, Elmas, who has not been playing too well, and we sold Mayer and brought in the main boy, Vlasic. He hasn't been playing well. He got injured and then he stopped playing very well. But Nikola Vlasic is playing very, very, very badly. Alright, now our season number 2 rankings, if you like, for the Premier League is we didn't finish in the bottom 7 or even the bottom 10. So I think that's a dub. 9th place Leicester City, 8th place Dinamo Zagreb. We had a really rough patch in March and that really threw us off. We were in 7th. We came back a little bit, but
we kept facing top clubs at all the wrong times, and it really derailed us. Wolves do get that 7th place. Next season, though, season 3, we do need to push to get into the Champions League. Otherwise, we might not have too many chances to go ahead and win this whole thing. Now, other competitions-wise, we didn't get too far. Those ones don't matter. Now, you look at the squad hub, just a little taste, if you like, of what our players have done. I mean, you can see someone like Petkovic has just been amazing on form. He's been one of our best players. So you can see Orsic as well, Petkovic as well. Petkovic has been getting lots of offers from Premier League clubs, rejected all of them. He is staying. His potential is 81 though, so he's probably going to stop going. I do want to look to replace him with Luka Jovic next window. And let's see, you got Petkovic, you got double figures. He's the only player in this team to get double figures. You've got Orsic, and then the new boy, Luka Modric, got 10 assists, which is pretty good. But as the best player in the team, you expect him to at least be scoring a couple more. And then you can see Vlasic, he was doing so well at the beginning, and then he just got injured and just went all downhill from there. And you can see Almas didn't do too well. All the signings we made, they didn't, really pull themselves together. Bradaric as a left back. I mean, he's more a defensive left back. So you can give it to him. And that's it for season number 2. All right. So here we are, in season 3 with Norwich. I don't know what is wrong with this game. They fired me, okay, at the literal last game of the season, and our objective was to make Europa League. Okay, maybe I did make Europa League, but they also want me to make Europa League, but gave me less to spend. They gave me 10 million less to spend than last window. Even though the Premier League gave us a check for 140 million, they only were able to give me 40 million. And we returning a profit. We weren't even negative. It said, next season, allocated transfer funds, 148 million. And what did I get? Absolutely nothing. Look at this. Alright, I could understand maybe, we didn't. We finished 7th place. Really far off of the top 6. They're really holding a monopoly, actually, at the moment, the top 6. Those top 6 clubs are, really hard to break into at the moment. If I had been paid, maybe I would have broken into them. I don't know. I could have, with some proper transfers, proper money being spent. Look, so, in 7th place, I qualify for the Europa League. You have to qualify for the Europa League. It's either 6th place. 6th place doesn't get it if someone who is not in those top 6 places wins the FA Cup final. These 2 teams are qualifying for the Champions League already. League Cup. Those 2, Manchester City qualified, won the league in fact, so they qualified for the Champions League. So explain to me how I did not qualify for the Europa League. I mean, that's just the game, man. They didn't give me any money. And then they fire me literally on the last day of the season. The last day. Look. The last game was literally the 15th. Look at that. The last game was the 15th. Crazy, man. The last game was the 15th. And they fired me on the 16th. That is absolute ridiculousness. We qualified. I don't understand what the issue is. Does the game not understand that we qualified, or is it okay? But I mean, that's been it from me today. If you enjoyed watching this failed Yugoslavia rebuild, I mean, it was going to be pretty doomed. They didn't have many good players. If I was just able to sign Oblak with the money they gave me, I probably would have been able to do it. But let's wrap this up. Like and subscribe.